Ooh, what's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my gambling brethren, leading from the front line. Porter VN1 VC for coming through and boosting up the coin. He said a 20 spot for the YB to gamble this Saturday on Bull, Dubois and Zhang. Now, I put a video out earlier. I'm back in Zhang. This next one, though, obviously we're talking about Dubois and Hrgovic. I ain't looking, that's not how I'm fixing to go out. I'm trying to bet on certs. Yeah, I'm off right now. Fury put me down bad. That's damn near a day, 2 days' wages. You best believe it. The man has to work 20 hours. Every hour God sends for 2 days to make that bread back. Do you understand, people? Man, do you know what I'm saying? This is borderline, hang on a line. This is borderline indentured servitory. Do you understand, people? Yeah? So, I'm looking for certs. Hrgovic and Dubois. Porter's got Dubois, but I can't just back Dubois. In my last video talking about Zhang and Wilder, I like Zhang to win that fight, yeah, but Zhang really, he ain't shown me the heart. He just ain't. He lost to Parker on points, not trying to win, not trying to fight his way out. He lost to Hrgovic on points, not trying to fight. He lose on points. That's not good for a big old dude like him who can clearly punch. Right? My point here is that I forgot my point. Oh, that's it. Dubois. I can't back a guy like Dubois. He's even worse than Zhang. Zhang gets tired and just kind of keeps himself safe and don't do too much. Dubois gets tired and jump on the floor. Yeah, he don't even have a last. Dubois is heavy-handed enough, same as Zhang. But at least Zhang don't quit. Zhang's kind of half in the mix still. He might actually he could have nicked the Hrgovic fight on points, right? He could have maybe nicked the Zhang fight, the Parker fight on points. They were close. So, well, there was controversy in both of them. Knockdown or two. Dubois, though, he doesn't even have a final spurt. He just falls off. So, you can talk about the Miller fight. Who's Miller? We don't know, right? Who's Miller? The big bulbous dude with no cardio without the gear. So who's Miller? No one. And Dubois was in there having he did okay against Miller, who's slow and bulbous. Jerome Miller is an oversized heavy bag. That's essentially what he is. All due respect. But I'm not convinced about Dubois. I can see Dubois on his knees again. We know, it's been out there, the story's been out there. Hrgovic sparred Dubois 7 years ago and bullied him. Is it relevant now? No, not particularly relevant. But what I will say is, in my opinion, someone like Dubois, yeah, there's two ways you can go. You can go a way of, hey man, this guy did me wrong in sparring. Yeah? This guy treated me like Jimmy Savile in sparring. Did me wrongly. Violated man in sparring. And he can get his. That's one mindset. The other mindset is, Hrgovic pops Dubois in the mouth and he starts having flashbacks. Oh no, it's happening again. Combined with the flashbacks of Mr. BLM versus Joe Joyce. Combined with the flashbacks of Mr. BLM versus Usyk. So with the two BLM events, my question to you cats betting on Dubois, what do you think about when Mr. BLM Joyce and Mr. BLM Usyk and potentially Mr. Half BLM versus Hrgovic in sparring, what happens when that trauma is brought to the surface? And it don't take much for Dubois. Dubois knocked down Usyk and then got popped in the mouth with a jab and was on his knee somewhere. Yeah? Once you quit once, and I'm sorry, but Dubois to some extent fought valiantly in the Joyce fight when he was undefeated. But once that seal's broken, yeah, you can claim, oh, he's back now. The Jarrell Miller fight proves he's back. Was he really going through it in the Jarrell Miller fight, though? No, he could see the light at the end of the tunnel. This big old dude with no gear, he's going to get tired. You see light at the end of the tunnel. Guess what, people? In the Usyk fight, he didn't see no light. He saw, oh, this dude just getting started. I'm out of here. Yeah? I'm with Colin Kaepernick right now. Yeah? People, Alexander Usyk sent Daniel Dubois over to the NFL. That's what he did. Fact. Yeah? People in boxing ain't taking knees making a stand for political purposes, do they? Alexander Usyk punched him up back to the NFL. He in there with Colin. We must go. For the rights. For the people then. For the community. Do you understand? And from my point of view, if I'm putting my coin on the line, I need one of two things to be the case. I need to believe, whether it's right or wrong, like Fury, I need to believe though, hey, this guy will go out on his back to win. And or the skill gap's just too great. Yeah? So if I'm not sure that someone's got a massive heart, but I'm sure that the skill gap's is huge, okay, I'll back that guy. But in this situation, it's like, do I believe Dubois' skill gap is massive compared to Hrgovic's? No. I think they're pretty equal. If anything, I've actually got Hrgovic. Skill for skill, I've got Hrgovic 60-40. Also fresh for fresh. Hrgovic is undefeated. That mindset, it's well renowned within boxing. Once your cherry gets popped here, it releases the veil. It reveals the veil. Dubois' cherry, he'd been popped. He know he can lose. In fact, he want to lose rather than get punched up, right? Dubois want to lose and quit rather than get punched up. You ain't never going to see Dubois on the ropes like Ali was when he washed up, just catching and taking shots. You're never going to see that. Dubois on his knee somewhere. He was calling. You know that. He knows that. Whether we know it or not, Dubois knows that. Forget knows. He feels that. Yeah? He feels he's Colin Kaepernick's compadre. That's what really is in his heart. Dubois, what burns deep in Daniel Dubois' heart is the BLM cause. That's what the evidence shows. It damn sure ain't to fight. Yeah, Dubois don't get punched and think, this guy gonna get it. He think, I'm with Colin. Yeah? Power to the people is what Dan be on. Then he jump up at 9 and says, like, what happened? In the Usyk fight, he wasn't tired. He wasn't even that tired. He wasn't punched up. He just saw things going left and thought, I'm out of here. And then wanted to talk about the controversy of the knockdown. Yeah, Dan, there was like 3 rounds left. If you believed you scored a knockdown against Usyk, go and get another one. Don't jump on your knees and then cry about it to Frank. About the injustice of the system. Oh, man, it's institutional. And, me and Colin, we've been doing it on our knees to... Whoa. Yeah, box, fight. That's the beautiful situation here. Colin Kaepernick, he may well be up against the institutional systems at play. But your big ass, you just got dude in front of you. You can punch him about it. Right? What are you crying about? Yeah? Dan, there's no injustice in a fight. If you feel you've been done wrong, go take his body home with you. Yeah, put his head on the pike with your big ass. It's not like Dan can't do that. It's not like Dan's name's Stephen Fulton, who can't punch a lick for nothing. It's not like Dan's name's Paulie Malignaggi, who couldn't punch. You could pay Paulie Malignaggi, he'd knock nothing out. Yeah? He just ain't. You understand? So, having given you, man, the context, I can't back Dubois. Spiritually, I can't back him, and skills, I can't really back him. He's stiff. I mean, all heavyweights are kind of stiff, but he particularly stiff. And his cardio ain't all that. And his heart ain't all that. Now, with that in mind, to be fair, the odds reflect this. Hrgovic is a decent favourite. You put a 10 on Hrgovic, you get 15 back. And you put a 10 on Dubois, you get 33 quid back. But yeah, I'm not... I mean, if I... Gun to my head... People, the great thing about gambling is you don't have to do it. So, if I was going to do it though, some of the name ones for this one, I'm not certain at all. I can see Dubois winning, but... And in terms of the odds, if I had a tenner to put on this, I'd probably go Dubois, but that's my way of thinking. So, you make more, but every time I've done that, more or less every time, apart from Bivol versus Canelo, I bet on Bivol. It was like 5-1. Apart from that one time, every time I go on the underdog, he get punched up, and it's like, oh, that was obviously going to happen. So, but would I put a tenner to make a $5 profit back on Hrgovic? No, I wouldn't. To be fair, I wouldn't. So that's why I'm not involved, because I can see both sides. I expect Hrgovic to win, but not to that extent. Equally, I just got Hrgovic, bottom line. Dubois saying the right things. I like Dubois' chat, to be fair. Dubois been talking the most. Let's try and get some of these. I got a few clips up still, because some of the bars have been funny, I ain't gonna lie to you. Here we go. Let's peep these bars.
Be here, man. Just good to be here. Good to be here. I think my place is right here with the best heavyweights in the world, and really happy for this opportunity.
And you're looking at Daniel there. What do you see when you look at it?
I see his big biceps that I can see, but I don't see big balls.
I
But
believe
you don't fight with biceps, you fight with the balls and with the heart.
Let's find out about that. Let's find out about who's got her. Let's put this to sleep.
I can't wait, man. I want it to be like that. That I can counter
Let's
you.
go.
You should be aggressive, man. You should come forward and I counter you and you're going to sleep.
No way.
you're looking over there at Philip. You know Philip, you know what he's capable of. What are you seeing when you look at the man now that he's this close to you?
So there were some good exchanges there. I liked Hrgovic's bars. I mean, if I was Hrgovic, scrap it, what I'd do. End of the day, all this is chat right now. We know, people, I was there gassing before Dubois quit again against Usyk, and that's when it confirmed to me, once a quitter, always a quitter. Particularly in them circumstances. In the Joyce fight, everyone made excuses. Oh, he's young. Oh, his eye popped. At that point, things can go one of two ways. You can either think, you know what, I'm never doing that again. Historically speaking, there's been fighters in the past who quit once and realise how it made them feel inside and never want to do it again. I'm trying to think, there was someone recently that did that. And I had respect for them because they really made an effort to stay in the fight. I forgot who it was, but regardless, there's two ways it can go. You can dig deeper next time to never go to that place. You may lose a fight, but you ain't damn sure ain't gonna quit. Or the threshold, once that, you know what I mean, once you've quit once, the threshold now, you know, okay, it wasn't that bad, right? You either felt bad after quitting or not. Which is better to you? Being known as a quitter or being able to get out of the sticky situation you're in right now? Dubois chooses, from what I've seen, Dubois will take being known as a quitter over a hard fight every day of the week. He out of there. First sign of trouble. Usyk wasn't even touching him like that. He on the floor. Yeah? So, he can run this chat like he does. Oh, I hope we do this. And spiritually speaking, who do I prefer to win? I'd probably Dubois. But actually, no, it's a lie. Because Hrgovic, he's talked like he with the shits in that sense. He talked to the other day about, where's he from? I don't know. He's from somewhere like Malta, one of them ones. Malta, I don't know. It's not Malta, but you get the point. It's one of them ones there. Not Malta. Croatia. That's it. He's from Croatia, so he's like, oh, it's hard for me to come up. I need to see that though. Yeah. If Hrgovic is still there, or if Dubois is still there in round 9, I want to see Hrgovic show me some Croatian shit. Do you understand? Because a lot of men, they talk that talk, and then it comes to it, they're like, ooh, don't really fancy it. Even in the Zhang fight. Arguably, Hrgovic needed to show some, and he was a bit moist. So, it's one thing running your mouth in the press conference, as it is for us all. We can all run our mouth, and it's good. It's good. I'm intrigued now. But yeah, ultimately, all I really hope is for a good fight. I hope neither man quit. I hope every man push it, pedal to the metal. And if I was telling Dan, I'd say, Dan, listen. Go until it's over. Yeah? Go until you're knocked out. Bottom line. It's really not a hard concept. You won't be the first man to be knocked out. You won't be the last. What's so difficult? It's not like we're asking you to do it for free or for peanuts. Like I said before, if someone's making 10 grand, I'd say whatever, man. I get it. You do need to fight, right? You need to live to fight another day, kind of thing. You got bills to pay. But these dudes, Dan been making 2, 3, 1, 4, 5 mil for the last 5 years. He don't need to be jumping on the floor and quitting. He need to show some now. He needs to show some return on the investment of the fans, essentially. Even though Turkey putting their man on, but still. Generically speaking, fans support these guys. Enable these guys to make millions. What are you giving back, Dan? Oh, I knocked a few cab drivers over. That's so far, all Dan's shown us is that you can beat cab drivers up. And a big bulbous Mr. Blobby. Jarrell Miller. That's it. Do you understand? So I want to see something from Dan now. Inevitably, in my opinion, it's going to get tough. I don't think Dan's a puncher like that. I don't think he's always going to catch Hrgovic in Hrgovic's spark out. He might do, but it's not my base case. Dan's never been that guy. Even when he punches at bums, it's kind of like 4, 5, 6 rounds, 7 rounds, etc. So I don't believe he's going to catch Hrgovic slipping like that. So at some point, it's going to come down to who wants it the most. And I tend to lean towards Hrgovic. He hasn't shown me he's got the pure BITCH in him yet. And Dan has twice. I remember before the Usyk fight, I was gassing you, man. Dubois was like, hey, man, I'm going to relieve him of them belts. They're my belts. I thought, yeah, man. That's the spirit. That is the spirit to have. You know, I'm going to relieve this little dude of the belts and send him back where he came from. Yeah? But I'm going to send him back to Sean Porter at welterweight. Because he's the... People, if I was Daniel Dubois, I'd have been telling you, listen, man, Usyk, I respect you for what you try and do, but all due respect, you got welterweight problems still. This is the heavyweights. But after tonight, I'll take the belts and you can go back down there. And you can have Usyk versus Sean Porter too. Because that's your level when it comes to me. But you got to show that. He run his mouth, Dubois did. Got in there. And like I said, he honoured Colin Kaepernick. He's supporting Colin all the way. Yeah, fuck the NFL. You understand? So yeah, intriguing times. This card's wicked. I love Turkey in that respect. Listen, I rate Turkey. Turkey saved boxing. Boxing was like, you might get a good fight every 6 months, right? For a long time, yeah, it was like, we'd talk for 6 months about one fight, and then it would be off. It's like, oh, you cooked. You know what I'm saying? Now, these times, every week or once a month at least, there's a banger. And that's because of Turkey. So I rate Turkey for that. Whatever you say about Turkey, he putting people on right now. He putting the fans on. All due respect, yeah, the Bivol fight, we haven't even talked about that, and it should have been Beterbiev. Imagine that, people. I was telling the missus that Saturday's going to be mad. It's like, I don't watch bum fights, but this weekend, this Saturday, I'm going to be sitting there probably for the longest I've ever sat there for. Normally I watch maybe the co-main, maybe, but always the main. Sorry, not even always the main. If it's a fight, I don't know. There's been fights where it's Josh Warrington versus someone. I ain't watching shit. But this card here, I'm watching 4 or 5 fights back to back, which shows you, and that's not even including the Bivol Beterbiev, which is a shame. That would have killed it. But it's fascinating and wicked. That's all I can say. Can't wait for it. I can't wait to see Bivol. Regardless, he's fighting the bum. Dubois and Hrgovic, Zhang and Wilder, Craig Richards and some bare knuckle cat. And I heard of some Ammo Williams. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't never seen none of them man box. Hamza and them, I ain't never seen them box, but I'll watch them because it's been hyped. I'll probably watch the whole card, if I'm honest, because they've all got interesting storylines. Craig Richards and the bare knuckle cat. That's interesting storyline now. Ammo and Hamza. That's an interesting storyline. All you have to do is watch 10 minutes of the face-to-faces and you're intrigued. Me and Michelle was sitting there. I couldn't tell you nothing about Ammo and Hamza. I couldn't tell you nothing about Craig Richards and bare knuckle cat. I watched them 10-minute things. I was like, oh, I'm intrigued now. Yeah? The bare knuckle cat said to Craig, you look old. You got some old long dreadlocks and I'm fixing to punch them off your head. I think Craig. Listen, Craig, listen. You play too much. Craig played too much. I back Craig to beat Barazzi. He played too much. Yeah? Stop playing, Craig. Let your hands go, is what Craig needs to do. Fact. When Craig was letting his hands go, Bivol looked shook. When Craig let his hands go, Barazzi looked shook. He just don't want to fight. Craig need to fight. Fight, Craig. Stop politicking. Because you world level if you stop politicking. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe. Look off the bell, 100%, no doubt about it. Stop it.